I am going to bring you to the beautiful city of Luzern, the city with magical vibes. Hello friends, Prashant here with my channel Travel Talks. Now I am welcoming you all to the third part of the European travel segment. We are going from Zurich to Luzern. Let's explore the beautiful city of Luzern together.
The train journey from Zurich to Luzern gives us an opportunity to enjoy the mountains and its beautiful valleys, the grasslands, the wooden houses and pine trees as its background. From Zurich, it will take approximately 45 minutes to reach Luzern, covering 52 kilometers. It also covers many towns and villages along the way to Luzern, including the beautiful town of Zug, located on the bank of Lake Zug.
Luzern is the most popular city in the central part of Switzerland, initially founded by Romans in 15 BC. Later in the 6th century, after the fall of the Roman Empire, the influence of German Alemannic tribe increased in this area. At that time, it was called as Lucy area. In 8th century, the area was acquired by Musseggmaur and it continued till Luzern got the independence in 1178. The old town of Luzern was constructed on the shores of Lake Luzern, where the river Reuss meets with Lake Luzern. Right now, it is a tourism, cultural as well as the economic hub in this area. The language spoken is Alemannic Swiss German and the population is around 250,000.
In Luzern, we stayed in Kreens, which is a beautiful and scenic small town located at the foothill of Mount Pilatus. The snow-capped alpine Mount Pilatus can be accessed through cable car from Kreens. It is one of the most famous tourist spots in Luzern.
As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there is something special vibe on the old town of Luzern, especially on the lake promenade, on the background of Lake Luzern. We reached Luzern on one weekend, on Saturdays. Just like any other town in Europe, Luzern also having electrifying atmosphere. Celebrations are going everywhere. Beer fest, music concerts, art fest, food festival. Especially, I want to share one moment. A group of old people who are enjoying the moment. They are teaching a lot that the age is just numbers. There are 5 delicious things which we cannot miss in Luzern are 1. The chocolate cheese, 2. the yummy ice creams, 3. the Swiss chocolates, 4. the pastries and 5. the very special stuffed fruits.
Another thing we noticed is the shops selling hot breakfast, especially the hot, soft and fresh bread with different kinds of cheese. Many of these kinds of shops can be found near KapellBruke on the shores of Lake Luzern.
The great people of Luzern, hats off to them. They are very helpful, open-minded and their courtesies are remarkable. I would like to share the 2 moments which we experienced during our travel to Luzern. The first moment was during our train journey from Zurich to Luzern, where we met Mr. Gogo and Miss Judy. And second one was during our travel to the Musseggmaur, where we met Mr. Bruno and Miss Cicely. Your good name? Okay, nice to meet you.
These couple are the ones who told us the specialty of the Luzern, where to go, what to see and what to eat. The great thing which we are remembering and appreciating is that when we asked about the Musseggmaur to Mr. Bruno and Miss Cicely, they were on a particular task. They left the task and came with us, walked with us around half a kilometer for showing us the Musseggmaur.
The five major attractions in the old town of Luzern are 1. The Lowendekmal, the Dying Lion Monument. 2. The KapellBruke, the Chapel Bridge. 3. The Musseggmaur, the Wall of Luzern. 4. The Jesuit Church. And 5. The Hoffkirche, the Monastery Church of St. Lowendekmal.
In the vicinity of Mount Pilatus and Mount Rigi, the old town of Luzern, which is also called as Olstadt in German language, is constructed on the shores of Lake Luzern and its outflow River Reuss.
Let's go to Lowendekmal, the Dying Lion Monument, which is a mourning monument which represents the courage and bravery of Swiss soldiers. It is the most famous monument not only in Switzerland but also in the entire Europe. It is designed by Watson and Huen in 1820.
This amazing monument commemorates the Swiss guards who were massacred in 1792 during the French Revolution by the revolutionaries who stormed the Tuileries Palace in Paris. Mark Twain praised the sculpture of the mortality wounded lion as the most mournful and moving piece of stone in the world.
My dear viewers, I have a request to all of you. The request is, if you are visiting a one place, we need to be responsible. We need to do at least a minimum research on the importance of that place, especially if you are visiting a monument, a sad mourning monument. We all know that Lowendekmal is a sad monument, right? During our visit to that monument, we saw some tourists taking selfies, disgusting selfies, jumping in front of the monument, taking the monument on the hand, laughing at this monument. Actually, it is irritating and disgusting. We need to be responsible as a traveler, as a practical traveler, right? So it's my request. We must do some minimum research about the place or the monument, about the importance of that monument before going, so that we can avoid this kind of scenarios.
Let us check what Mark Twain told about this great monument designed by Watson and Huen. The lion lies in his lair in the perpendicular face of the low cliff, for he is carved from the living rock of the cliff. His size is colossal, his attitude is noble, his head is bowed, the broken spear is sticking in his shoulder, his protecting paw rests upon the lilies of the France. If we are going to a city, the best way to explore that city is by walking. This is the best way to experience the heartbeat, the pulse of that city. Luzern is that kind of a city. I would like to be lost in that vibe, which tempts me to go back. That city does it always. Now we are going to the another important landmark of Luzern, the KapellBruke, the Chapel Bridge, the 14th century wooden bridge which is constructed diagonally across the river Reuss. It is named after St. Peter's Chapel. This is the oldest wooden covered bridge in Europe as well as the world oldest surviving truss bridge. This bridge is unique in containing a number of paintings dating back to the 17th century. These paintings were executed by the local Catholic painter Harris Heinrich Wackman, represents the different events from Luzern's history. Among the 157 paintings, 47 paintings were recovered after the fire of 1993. As a part of the bridge complex, we can see an octagonal 34.5 meter tall Wasserturm, a water tower. Initially, it was one prison and a torturing chamber. Luzern's Old Town Boulevard lies between the City Hall and KapellBruke along the river Reuss. The tourists from all over the world love to stroll along the river and enjoy the sea and be seen. This makes the old town of Luzern prettiest among the other towns in Switzerland. Jesuit Church, which is a 16th century Catholic church in Luzern, which is the largest Baroque church in Switzerland. The Jesuit order founded by Ignatius of Loyola in 1534. The original vestment of Brother of Claus, the Swiss patron, is found in the inner church. During the weekends, the people of Luzern are in celebration mode with musical concerts and other entertainments. Now we are going to the Old Swiss Cafe, which is a great restaurant of rich enjoyment and good values with fresh and tasty Spanish food. We are proceeding to the Hoffkirche, the Church of St. Leodegar, which is a 17th century Roman Catholic church. The church can be identified by its twin towers. The church was built in parts from 1633 to 1639 on the foundation of an ancient Roman basilica. Upon arriving the church, we can see very impressive hand-carved door, which includes the carvings of the patron saints of Luzern, Saint Liger and Saint Maurice. The church is well known for its organ, which is one of the largest in Switzerland, having 5,945 pipes. The inside of the church is really beautiful with rich wooden furnishings and great altars. The roof of the church is another specialty which need to be admired. Now we are going to the Musseggmaur, the wall of the Luzern with 9 towers, which is a part of the ramparts built in the 14th century to protect the town of Luzern. The wall begins with the Noli Tower in the west above the Gesmet Bridge and ends at Musseggmaur 7 at the eastern end of the old town. The wall and the 4 towers are open to the public during the warmer part of the year. The wall is well preserved.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please don't forget to share this video with your friends. It is the time for signing off. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell button because I need your support for moving forward. And see you in the 4th part of Europe travel segment in Engelberg, Switzerland. So thank you once again. Goodbye.
I know every places we can go.